Bhagavad Gita Chapter 2 Verses 23 and 24. Why is the soul immortal?
The soul cannot be cut by weapons, cannot be dried by fire, cannot be wet by water. It is totally invincible. But do you know how it is receiving this power of invincibility? What makes the soul invincible? Some special metal covering? Soul is not wearing any bulletproof vest. Why is the soul immortal? Have you ever thought?
Bhagavad Gita Sloka chanting is followed by translation and commentary by Swami Mukundananda.
Nainam chindanti shastrani, nainam dahati pavakaha, na chainam kledayantyapaha, na shoshayati marutaha. Achedyo yamadahyoyam Kledyo shoshya eva cha nitya sarvagatasthānuhu achaloyam sanatanaha.
Weapons cannot shred the soul, nor can fire burn it. Water cannot wet it, nor can the wind dry it. The soul is unbreakable and incombustible. It can neither be dampened nor dried. It is everlasting, in all places, unalterable, immutable, and primordial.
Shree Krishna here is emphasizing the immortality of the soul in a graphic manner, giving similes. So these two verses, whenever death takes place in the Indian tradition, Panditji comes and he gives a lecture from the second chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, particularly emphasizing these to the members, the bereaved family, that person has not passed away. The soul cannot be cut by weapons, cannot be dried by fire, cannot be wet by water. It is totally invincible. But do you know how it is receiving this power of invincibility? What is it that makes the soul invincible? Have you ever thought? Why is the soul immortal? Soul is not wearing any bulletproof vest. How is it able to remain invincible? What makes the soul invincible? Some special metal covering? God. God is seated inside the soul and granting the sentience to the soul. The soul is making the body sentient. Who is making the soul sentient? God seated within. That is why the Vedas say Nityo Nityanam Chetanas Chetananam Eko Bahunam Yo Vidadhati Kaman. This verse is in the Shvetashvatar Upanishad, in the Kathopanishad, in the Munduk Upanishad. The soul is eternal. Not by itself, but because the eternal God is seated in the soul and holding it eternally. The soul is sentient, conscious, not by its own prowess, but because the supremely sentient Mahachetan Bhagavan is seated in the heart of the soul. And he is granting that sentience to the soul. If God were to leave the soul for a moment, the soul itself would become inert. In other words, we would not remain us. The I would finish. So, I am I. Because God is seated within, is granting me life. He is the source of the life of our body. That is why God is called the soul of all souls. Krishna me namavehitvam atmanam jagathitaya sopyatra dehi va bhati mayaya. The Bhagavatam mixes philosophy with the Leelas, so it becomes sweet. And the Bhagavad Gita is solid knowledge. So the Bhagavatam, there is the story, the Leela of Shree Krishna. The cowherd women, they would leave their children to go and meet Shree Krishna. Go to the house of Mother Yashoda, can we see Shree Krishna? So when Shukadev was relating this to Parikshit, Parikshit found it very surprising. He said, each mother loves her own child like her very self. How come these mothers were being attracted to Yashoda's child? You don't get attracted to another's child. So at that time, Shukadev related this verse, Krishna me namave hitva matma namakhilatmanam. Parikshit, everybody is attracted to their own soul. The soul is the dearmost. Dearer than the whole world is your neighbor. If you happen to meet your neighbor in the market, oh, you are here, so nice to meet you. And if you happen to go for a holiday in the Bahamas and there you met your neighbor, wow, this is a strange coincidence. But dearer than the neighbor is your friend. He is far more dear than neighbor. Anybody dies, he leaves, vacates, not a big loss. But your friend, you'll be willing to do much more to your friend. And dearer than your friend is your own son or daughter, or father and mother. Now that is a private matter, a family matter. Should not go out of the family. So the son, daughter, father, mother are dearer than the friend. And dearer than the son, daughter, father, mother is the beloved, the husband or the wife. Now they are very dear, but not totally dear. Don't mind my saying it. Nobody loves the husband or the wife as they love their own self. So everybody loves their own body more than anything in the world. Those who say, "Tum to hamare prana pyare ho," you are dear to me like my life. Don't believe all that. Take a simple test. Take a rubber snake and place it between the two lovers. Don't place a real snake, or there will be a tragedy, then you'll blame me. Place a rubber snake. Now those who are saying you are pran pyara, you are dear like my life, look where their hands and feet move. They will both, their impulse will be, let me save myself, forget about the pran pyara. Everybody loves their own body more than the rest of the world. Dearer than the body is our life air. Dearer than the life air is our own mind. We can't even distinguish the thoughts of the mind from ourselves. That's why we are always thinking, I am depressed. Who is depressed? The mind. But you are not the mind. The mind is creating these thoughts. You are in such deep identification. You are identifying. I'm thinking like this, I'm thinking like that. Its mind is a machine creating thoughts. But that is the unity with the mind. So the mind is dearer than everything. And dearer than the mind is the intellect. Now you can't even think I am not the intellect. And dearer than that is our own soul. Now that is the dearmost. Gopis were not in the bodily platform, they were God realized. For us, Shree Krishna is not dearer than our soul, because we are not God realized. These gopis were God realized. Imagine how much somebody would love the soul of their soul. See, this is the body, you are the soul. Your soul is the body of Shree Krishna. And Shree Krishna is the soul of your soul. Harir hi sakshat bhagavan charirina matma jhashana mivatoyamipsitam. Atma of the Atma. So that the soul of the soul, he is granting power to our soul, and that is what is making our soul invincible. That quality of invincibility, immutability, untransformability, that is being expressed by Sri Krishna in these two verses.
Thank you for being a part of the Gita Gyan Yagna, which is our humble attempt to spread the divine knowledge of the Bhagavad Gita. Please subscribe to our channel